Hello my loves, welcome or welcome back to Vovo Drag Tarot. I of course am Joni Vovo, a drag artist based in Sydney's Inner West in Sydney, Australia, and this is an all signs tarot reading for the month of June. So you can jump ahead to your sign. The time codes are in the description box below, or I might pin them in the first comment as well. But yeah, can you believe it? We're in June already. This year has just been insane. I don't know how you found it, but I just feel like it's flown by. There's been so many changes. Oh, I left a card in the box. Don't know if that's an omen for these readings, but looks like we're coming to an end of heartbreak. An end of difficult times of releasing emotions. Interesting, didn't mean to do that. Let's just shuffle it into the deck and keep going. So, you can possibly get 3 readings out of this video if you know your sun, moon, and rising signs. I am a Virgo sun. I actually get 4 readings out of this because I'm on the last day of Virgo, which makes me a Virgo, Libra, Cuthber. So I often check Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Capricorn. So I'll just give the cards one more shuffle. And also, I do personal readings, so if you'd like to book in to receive a 20-minute video reading, the link for that's in the description box as well. I think that's my preamble. Also, the only other thing I say is, don't base your life decisions off a tarot reading. Use your own wisdom, intuition, passion to make your own decisions. Just use this as a chance for you to perhaps have a bit more insight and clarity about your own situation. I don't see tarot as a crystal ball about the future. I see it as a mirror for the present and what the current energies are. So take it as you will. All right, we're going to start with Aries, my loves. Are you ready to go? So first card off the bat. Oh, 9 of Pentacles upside down. So, my loves, are you feeling a bit like you don't have what you need? So maybe feel there's not enough hours in the day. Maybe you feel like there's not enough money in the bank. Not enough food in the fridge. You look in your wardrobe and you're like, I just don't know what to wear. And maybe you're just feeling a bit meh. You don't jump out of bed in the morning and, race out the front door to face the day in your full, wonderful self-owned strength and power. You're just feeling a bit, maybe like things are out of alignment. Like you're not feeling yourself, not feeling your energy, not feeling like you're in the flow of life. Okay, Aries, so starting off with being in a bit of a general funk. So let's pull a few more cards. Let me adjust my bra strap, it's bothering me. So what's precipitated this? Oh, my loves. Okay, so you're stuck in some sort of mental loop at the moment. Maybe you've got you're at a point of indecision because maybe you've got 2 different thoughts going on that don't quite align and you can't quite put it together. Maybe this is something where it's like a head over heart decision or a heart over head decision. Maybe you don't know if you should pick make the logical choice or the one that maybe sounds more exciting and fun, but whatever it is, you're in a bit of indecision about something. And I guess being stuck in that mental loop is, I guess, what's now taking you out of your own power. Okay, well, let's pull another card and just see where this energy is going towards. What did I say? So the Fool came in upside down. So right way up, the Fool is all about taking a leap of faith. It's coming upside down. So, if we put these 3 cards together, so we've got stuck in indecision or stuck in thought patterns, really not knowing what in your life is bringing you value at the moment and not really feeling yourself. And then being on the precipice of needing to make some sort of life decision and really being stuck and unable to decide if it's worth the risk. Do you leap into whatever this opportunity is? And, you know, maybe there's a bunch of risks, maybe there's no certainty, maybe you don't know what the outcome is going to be, but something in you is saying, go on, do it, take the risk. This might be a really interesting life path. There's probably, you know, adventures there, new things to learn, new people to meet, but maybe it's not the most rational choice. Maybe it's the one that you won't earn the most money or have the most security in your life. So, Aries, my loves, whatever this life path, decision, mental loop is, I hope you can find a way through it. Let's draw another card and see if we get a bit more clarity about this. King of Wands. Oh, are you being asked to step up into some sort of leadership role? One where it's not just about you being a manager, but in a sense, you're putting your personal self out there. It can very much be a card about being a public figure, almost being, like I said, it's more than just the nuts and bolts and practical side of leadership. It's almost like having to mentor other people. So you end up being the figurehead of something, if that makes sense. So I don't know, are you wanting to, I mean, I guess because there's this element of risk here, are you thinking of putting yourself out there, and maybe you're going to work for yourself? You're going to launch your own brand, launch your own business, something that puts you in the spotlight and the center. So it very much feels like it's not like you're trying. What am I trying to say? This reading feels like it's not a relationship reading. It's not a work reading. It's about you choosing something that you're passionate about, that is all about you in the best possible way. Again, this could be you're wanting to be an influencer. You're wanting to, I don't know, get up on stage and take up comedy. It's all about you pursuing something where you're in charge of your own destiny and it puts you in the spotlight. So maybe, I guess that's what the element of risk is, because you're putting yourself out there for everyone to see, but also there's no guarantee how you're going to be received or if it's going to be a success or not. Aries, I mean, whatever this opportunity is, it sounds fascinating. If you care to share, put some comments below. I'm curious, so I'm going to draw another card. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. I mean, these two people are so different. Queen of Pentacles is all about they're let's just say I take them to be a lot more introverted. They're about their own energy and about being very grounded and taking care of the day-to-day. And then the King of Wands, just they're very much an extrovert, put themselves out there. So I don't know, maybe this is what you keep going back and forth between. Are you wanting to keep more of your energy to yourself or put more of your energy out there? You know, again, here you're very much in the public eye, under public scrutiny. Here, not so much, but you're making sure that all your needs are met. Here, there's a bit more abandon. You know, it's more about achieving the passion as opposed to taking care of the everyday matters of life. Okay, Aries, I can't tell you what to do here, but obviously this is something that you're passionate about. So I can understand why, if you're going to turn down this opportunity or not choose this path, why you would be hesitant. I don't know, it almost feels like it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Don't know. You know, if you care to share, let me know. I can't give you any more advice than that, other than I get the impression if you didn't do it, you would probably regret it. I mean, that might not be for everyone. Any risk is a risk, but I think you might be feeling that if you had to weigh up which one you would regret more, doing it or not doing it, I have a feeling if you turned it down and didn't do it, you'd probably have more regret. That's the impression I'm getting. All right, Aries, good luck with it. I would love to know what this is. Let me know, please. Okay, we're going to move on to our wonderful Taurians. Just give the cards another shuffle. Also, sorry, my voice is a bit croaky at the moment. I've been a bit under the weather this weekend, so I've got this lovely raspy voice. Just a bit more of a shuffle. All right, take out the middle, flip it around. There we go. You ready, my loves? The Tauruses! Did you skip the start of this video where I pulled this out of the box and it was upside down because we're leaving this energy behind? Tauruses, okay. Well, it seems you're in the middle of heartbreak at the moment. It doesn't have to necessarily be about a romantic connection. It can, sometimes just be about if there was something that you were deeply invested in, that you'd given your time, your energy, your passion, your enthusiasm, and it just came apart. You know this situation, but looks like we're facing a bit of heartbreak at the moment. Oh, my Taurians, I'm so sorry. All right, let's get a bit more context for this, shall we? Oh, well, I mean, the first thought that comes to mind is a marriage falling apart. That's not going to apply to everyone, but whatever it was something that you were committed to. Maybe, I mean, again, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could have been that you got fired from your job. You were under contract, employed, and then it got cut. But, the Hierophant, what am I saying? It's not the Hierophant, it's the High Priestess. Let's start that section over, shall we? So, so the High Priestess is all about, I guess, our deeper intuitive and spiritual side. It can be about things that are hidden or about things that are unspoken, or it can be about connecting with the mysteries of the universe. So it's coming upside down, which means that possibly where this heartbreak lay for you was something to do with your, I guess, deeper beliefs. And almost, I don't like using this word, but just take it in the broader sense, almost like your faith system. What did you have faith in? And I grew up a Christian, I don't like that word, but when I use the word, I just mean it more generally. The things that we, know to be true. So something like that might be, we know our family will always be there for us. Or we know that the universe has our highest good in mind for us. Just these things that we trust in and want to put hope in. I have a feeling some deep value of yours like that got shattered. You know where this applies. I don't. But there was something that maybe you weren't even aware that it was a belief of yours or a story that you tell yourself. But I feel like you've learnt that some belief system, story, thing that you trusted in wasn't true. And that can be very heartbreaking. Again, this could go back to a romantic relationship. I don't like to read the Three of Hearts that narrowly, but, the belief could have been that you thought that your perfect match was out there, or that the person that you're currently in connection with is your soulmate that you'd live with to the end of your days. Like, it might be that belief that you had, that you trusted in, is the thing that got broken. All right, Taurians, I've banged on a lot there. Let's move on to the next card. Taurus, this is really heavy. Are you all right? So we've had death come in upside down. So when I put these cards together, I would say that you're struggling to let go of this, whatever it was, something that you really, really put your faith, that word, something that you really trusted in deeply, that you've really had to question and rethink. You're struggling to let it go or move on. Well, let me frame it this way. This this is what came to mind. It's from a book I read by David Benner. And it's a whole book about the unfolding of self. And one analogy he uses is that our concept of self and the universe is in concentric circles. And when we get to the edges of one circle and we grow past it, we go into the next circle, and when we look back, we see that smaller circle that we were in was untrue. But in reality, it is true, but it's not the bigger truth. And as we go through life, we keep going through this process. We keep leveling up. And every time we go up a level, we look back and we're like, well, that wasn't 100% true. And that wasn't 100% true. But in reality, they're just smaller truths that as we get older, reveal a bigger truth. Okay, I've got to stop there, getting all esoteric here. Anyway, I really like that book. I'll put it in the description box below if you're interested. So more to say, even if something deep within you has been challenged, it's probably hard to hear this now, but don't just throw it away and say, well, it was all lies. Try and think of it this way. You've been given an opportunity to see a bigger truth that encompasses the smaller truth that you had. It's growth, baby. I don't know, through my own life experiences, I've often found that the big lessons come through big challenges. That's kind of how growth happens. Like when we're in our comfort zone, we don't really learn much, do we? Other than to master what we already know. So, Taurians, I wish you well. I'm going to draw one more card. Okay, so things have just come to a grinding halt at the moment. That's okay. I would say, I wonder if the next one's the Hangman. No, it's not. I would just say, take this. Don't feel like you have to charge ahead to the next thing. Like, if you're questioning everything, questioning reality, what is real, just be in that space for a bit. Be in that middle space, that liminal space, and don't feel like you have to charge ahead to try and come out the other side of it. It's going to take some time. If you're curious, the next card was about deception. So you might be feeling like you've been deceived, and there might be things that you need to process. So use this time to process. Okay? Don't try and just brush it off and rush to the other side. Tauruses, good luck with that. Okay, we're gonna move on now to our wonderful brothers and sisters, Gemini. No, it needs another one. I could feel it in my waters. One more. And before we begin, if you'll excuse me. All right, you ready? What are we up to? Gemini, here we go. Oh, we had the King of Wands come out earlier for Aries, so I don't know if there's something going on between you and an Aries at the moment, but Queen of Wands, feeling your zhuzh. You walk into a room and you own it. Everyone knows who you are. They know why you're there. They know what you stand for. You don't have to say much. Things just happen. Doors open for you. Well, that's a brilliant starting place, my lovely Geminis. Love that energy for you. I don't think I need to say too much more on that. I mean, actually, I'll give one little side story. I heard this recently, but the Queen of Wands has a black cat. And back in the day, black cats were seen as bad luck. But the Queen of Wands don't give a shit. She's like, that's my that's my cat, deal with it. I'll do what I want. Anyway, random side story. The Fool upside down. That's the second time the Fool upside down has come out. And I shuffled, you saw. So this is in the past position. So did you decide to... Was there some sort of opportunity or offer that came your way and you're like, no, that's not for me. So I feel like because you know who you are and what you want and your value, more importantly, there was something before you that was something that potentially could have been a risk, and maybe you saw through it. You're like, I smell a rat here. This isn't for me. I'm going to just stay in my own power and know that what I want will come to me at the right time. And if anything, I can manifest perfectly what I want. So away with this. It's almost giving me like the Four of Cups energy. Like you were like, no. I'm not attaching my name to that. Don't know what it was, but good on you, knowing your value and worth. Well, good thing you did. Good thing you did decide not to make a fool of yourself. So whatever this was that's in your past that you're like, nope, leaving that in my rearview mirror. Because you did that, you've got something new coming in. So this is going to be an opportunity to learn a new skill, expand your brand, so to speak. It might be an opportunity to study. Whatever it is, it's going to be expansive for you and it's going to earn you money. Not necessarily, but the pentacles are all about material wealth. So it's something everyday, something tangible, something practical. So it could be a job offer. Again, like I said, it might be that you are going on a new career path, studying something new, but whatever it is, it's there waiting for you because you know your value and your worth, and you don't suffer no fools. Good on you. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for whatever this brand new opportunity is, and keep living your best life. I'm going to draw another card. So we've got Judgment. So these are all really good cards, by the way. So in a sense, oh, my cat, stop it. She's trying to topple over my tripod. This new opportunity, it is going to challenge you, but in a really good way. It's going to help you step into, you're already the Queen of Wands. So I don't know, what more can you do? Become the bloody Empress, become the King of Wands. Whatever it is, it's going to help you realize your full potential. It's also going to challenge you and show you the areas where maybe you need to grow a little, learn a little more. Particularly if this is a new career path, you're going to walk in and be like, I don't know how to do that. Or I've never done that before. So, you might have a few moments. I don't think you will. I don't think you're going to feel insecure about it. I feel like you're going to just face it and be like, yeah, bring on the challenge. I've got this. But again, it's going to take you to some higher level of knowing yourself, knowing your even greater value and worth. So I think that's great. Again, the only the only advice here is don't feel, and I don't think you will, but just don't feel threatened when you face things you can't do or that you don't know yet. Because I feel like you've already got the right energy for it and the right attitude. But there's just a potential here for you to feel a bit insecure or out of your depth. But I think you've got it, so I wouldn't stress about it. Okay, love that for you, Gemini. So, we're going to move on now to our Cancerians. Let me just shuffle the cards. And if you skip past the intro, just a reminder, I do personal readings. If you would like a 20-minute video reading just for you, the link to that's in the description box. Also, do you like my headpiece? I made it the other day. Aren't I good? Yeah, I mean, sometimes Journey Vovo is all bubblegum, and then sometimes she's the rainbow goth, pink punk. Gotta tap into... So, I run this event called Lilith. You're welcome to look it up if you want. And so, my Journey Vovo's alter ego is Mother Lilith, so, you know. Alright. Sorry, I just felt like we had to give it a really good shuffle. We had a few repeat cards. I did shuffle. There's video evidence. Okay. Cancerians, are you ready? So, feels like you're waiting for something to come in. Maybe you're a bit listless at the moment. Maybe you're just going through life, doing the everyday, work, sleep, chores, laundry, and you're a bit like, ugh, there's more to life than this. There's more to life than this. Sorry, my bra keeps falling down. So, yeah, I feel like you're kind of waiting for the next adventure in life. Something new to spark your interest and passion. Okay, well, let's get some more cards. Investigate a little further. Well, sorry, I'm getting multiple things at the same time. So it seems you're a bit tired, so you're resting, but perhaps you're resting too much where it's getting to the point of depression. That might not be for everyone, and it might not be full-blown depression, but again, just this energy of feeling uninspired and unmotivated is possibly meaning you're a bit of a homebody at the moment. Again, nothing wrong with resting. Life has its seasons and its flow. Sometimes we're really busy. Sometimes we've got not much on. Maybe you're both at the moment. You're really busy, but it's all really boring, so it feels like not much, which is probably why you're exhausted and spending a lot of time at home. I mean, I'm in the southern hemisphere. I'm in the southern hemisphere in Australia, so it's winter at the moment. So I mean, I've been feeling it. I've been hibernating a lot, so I feel like you're kind of in hibernation mode, and just maybe you're waiting for spring. Okay, let's get some more cards. Yeah, this is the third time the Fool has come out tonight, and I have shuffled every single time. It looks like everyone... what's going on at the moment? Again, I'm not an astrologica. I just kind of hear what's going on and get the general gist of it. Apparently, there's a million transits going on at the moment. I don't know what that means, but it's significant, apparently. So, all right. So what... You're ready to go all in. It's kind of like once you get that spark and that direction presents itself, you're like, okay, here we go. So I guess even though everything's slowed down and you're hibernating, it sounds like you're at least drawing your energy into yourself. You're recharging your battery so that you're ready to hit the ground running once that door opens, once you've got that direction. Fabulous. Love that. So I bet you're probably wanting me to like look into the future and be like, when is it coming and what is it? Well, I don't know. It's not up to me. It's up to the cards. I'll draw another one. So let's see if it clarifies. You're not going to like this. You're not going to like this. So, I hate this message. A lot of it is about your attitude. So if you're in this woe is me headspace, if you're in this space of like, things never go my way, I never get opportunities, doors never open for me, then that's kind of what's going to hold you back. So I know the ace, cat. Ugh. She likes opening the drawers in my desk and rummaging through my things. So if you're waiting for the universe to drop this wand in your lap, that's not going to happen. So part of it is going to be you being open for the next chapter in life, putting yourself out there to explore and find it, and being, I guess, being open. I mean, you kind of already are. You're already saying, when that door opens, I'm going to run through it. But the door will probably will never open for me. It never opens for me. So, sorry, I'm not ridiculing you. So I'm just saying, maybe when you're feeling up for it, come out of hibernation, start exploring the world again, and a new passion, opportunity, adventure will come your way. It's kind of like, as you go out to meet it, it'll come to meet you. I think that's often how the universe works, unfortunately. Nothing really lands in your lap. In my experience, anyway. Tell me I'm wrong. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. Okay, moving on to Leo now. Just give the cards a little shuffle. All right, feel free to skip ahead. I'm going to give it a really good shuffle. If the Fool comes out again, I don't know what to say. Then there's just something going on. Cat. Oh, it's cat crazy hour. I know we've got a full moon coming up on Wednesday. Again, I know there's a lot of transits going on at the moment. I don't know what that means. Feel free to look it up if you're interested in that sort of thing, or if it's helpful. Or tell me if you know what it means. Leave a comment in the description box below. One of these days, I'm going to do this live, because then people can tell me in real time what I don't know. And we can make it a bit more of a collective experience. Maybe when I've got more followers. I don't think I'm going to get many people on a live stream with only 50 followers, but a girl can dream. All right, who are we up to? Leo. Okay. Lovely Leo. Kitty cat, kitty cat. Cat. She knows we're up to it. Well, excuse me, I'm going to refill her food bowl and maybe she'll settle down. Cat! Come on. There you go. Okay, so where were we? Why can't you be more like the other cat? Just chill. Okay, Leo, did you need a snack? Did you need to grab a snack before we do this reading, so you're not so hangry? Let's just jump in. Oh, now you're gonna hear her collar banging on the bowl, but that's all right. Okay, Leo. Okay, so what are you holding back from? So the Page of Swords upright they're very curious. They often ask a lot of questions. They often do a lot of research. A lot of people like to say it's the spy card. So if you're stalking someone on social media, I don't know. A lot of those tropes I don't like to read into the cards. But anyway, so it's upside down, which possibly means you're closed off to learning something or saying something. Maybe you've been challenged in your understanding of something. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just going to say a few examples. Maybe some system at your workplace changed and you're like, oh, why did it have to change? I don't want to have to learn a new thing. Or maybe you realize there's an area of knowledge you know nothing about and you suddenly need to know it, or people have challenged you about it. It's like, well, you can't have an opinion on this because you don't know what you're talking about. So it feels like it's something like that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that second one. That feels more right. So maybe you've been challenged in a subject area. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And you're kind of on the back foot. And you're like, okay, challenge accepted. Let's draw another card, shall we? Lots of swords going on here. So the Seven of Swords it's the sneaky card. It's the nefarious card, but it's come in upside down. So I'm guessing, were you faking it? You're like, yes, I know what I'm talking about. I'm an expert in this area. Like, I don't know what it is. Were you giving input onto something and kind of you were out of your depth and you were just faking it and you got caught out? That's kind of what it feels like. This is a really weird reading. Leo, do you care to share where this was? Was this at work? Was this like in a social setting? Like family? I don't know. I need more cards to clarify this. So the Four of Cups is all about, I guess, being cynical is one way to say it, but it's like if something new comes in and is presented to you, you're a bit standoffish and you're like, I don't know about this. So this kind of goes back to my first analogy, like something new came in at work and you're like, I don't want to learn this. So this is a really weird and interesting card combo. So there's a situation where you have kind of been faking it or not showing your cards, but just trying to bluff your way through it. And then it's kind of like you got into a situation where you were out of your depth and maybe got called out for it. And then at the end of it, you kind of just walked away and were like, I don't want to engage with this. No, I'm just going to walk away. I don't want any of this. Okay, Leo. Okay. Let's get some more cards. I need to clarify this. Okay, it seems like it was a social situation. So, and it looks like whatever this was, there's been some sort of social fallout. So, I don't know, like, is there some fallout happening between you and a friend or a couple of friends where I have no idea, where in this friend group you were faking something where you got caught out and then you just said, well, F it, I'm walking away from this. And now everything's sort of just like in rubble or fallen by the wayside and everything's in kind of murky territory of disrepair. Does that sound about right? Okay, Leo, I don't know what you're up to. I have to draw more cards. I just need to know where this is going. So the moon can be read in a few different ways. I'm going to use the analogy that I find the most boring, but I think it's the correct one here. So on the card, there's two dogs, two wolves. So I'm sure you've heard of the whole two wolves analogy, that inside of us there's two wolves and one of them's operating out of power and fear and the other one... So the story here is one is a wolf, one is a dog. So one is like happy-go-lucky, loyal friend, and the other one is scared and on the back foot and operating out of fear and power. So whatever this situation was, it seems like your wolf got the better of you and you switched to operating out of fear and power and kind of just tried to bluff your way through the situation. Then you got caught out, and then you walked away from it, and now you're like, I don't want to do anything to do with this anymore. Okay, Leo. That's right. We've all been there. We all go through situations where we get triggered, where we have a knee-jerk response, where we look back and we're like, oh, I wish I'd handled that differently. We've all been there. I've been there. Okay, I've pulled the most cards for you so far. I'm going to pull one more. Okay, I'll just say, don't let this opportunity go by. So if this was a workplace or a friend group or your family, don't just leave it as it is. Don't let it just pass you by. It looks like it would be worthwhile to go in with an offer and try and repair things. Because the Ace of Wands upside down is like missing out on an offer or withholding. So it's up to you if you really want to let this go, or if you feel that you want to repair it. Up to you. Oh, that was an interesting one, Leo. Again, with this, I'm not calling you out, and this, but you might have heard that and be like, that doesn't apply to me in any way, shape, or form. That's fine. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. I'm just reading the cards. All right. Okay, we're moving on to Virgo now. Yay, my sign. So I say this every video, but I can't read for myself. I can only read for other people. The cat's still going crazy. Cat! I don't know what it is, but I feel like when I read for myself, I kind of get, you know, when you have a microphone and put it in front of a speaker and it just makes just insane static. It kind of feels like that reading myself, like I'm in some weird feedback loop and all I get is static and noise. So, but when I read for other Virgos, it ends up resonating for me, which is weird, but it's just how it is. Also, apologies for my cat. It's cat o'clock, so she's going psycho. One more shuffle. All right, Virgo, you ready? This bloody hair. Oh, I need more hairspray. Just go back there. Just stay there. Love that. Love that for us. The Tower. So this could be currently happening or something that's just about to happen, just about to land. Don't you love that? So the Towers in our life are when we build up our sense of self, the things we trust in, the areas we place our value in, the stories we tell ourselves, any of that stuff that is foundational to our life and self and the way we move through the world. When that tower comes down, it forces us to, in lots of ways, re-examine ourselves, re-examine where we put our time and energy and value, and re-examine our worldview. I said this in an earlier reading. Often the best lessons in life come through hardship. Love that. So it looks like we're about to learn another lesson. Yay! All right, let's see what preceded this. The Knight of Wands. Oh, no, not the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this could be your energy, this could be someone else's energy, but the Knight of Wands is very happy-go-lucky. They just rush in, rush out, follow their heart, don't care. They're a bit like the Fool. They just, whatever the flavor of the day is, they chase it. Whatever excites, it's very ADHD, actually, now that I think about it. So again, this could be you or someone you're dealing with, but it looks like either this tower has been brought about because you recklessly followed your passions with abandon, and maybe it was a foolish decision, like you should have put a bit more thought into it before you did it. Or maybe someone else in your life did that. They rushed into your life without any thought and then caused this tower to happen, then promptly left. Either way, take it as it resonates. It's very much about that living life with reckless abandon and not thinking before you leap. Oh, okay. So it seems that sorry, it's a bit tough because I'm a Virgo too. So it seems that this tower moment has something to do with a social fallout. So maybe there was some community that you're a part of, but then because of this reckless energy, it's meant that some connections were broken, maybe some people's noses were out of joint, maybe you had to walk away, but it just generally, or I could read this a completely other way, because, you know, whoever's watching, we're all different, we're all on our own paths. It might be that you went in heart over head, thought, I'll throw myself into this community group, make friends with everyone, and then you realized it was toxic, or you realized that there were people, maybe you didn't see the red flags, and it turned out there were people that you couldn't trust. You know, or if if we're going to be a bit self-reflective, maybe you did this. Maybe you rushed in, made friends with someone, and then you weren't able to be there for them in the way that they expected. Don't know. Apply it how it applies to your situation. But just generally the energy here, the energy here is just some social discord because maybe someone went in and was, what am I trying to say? Social discord because someone was reckless, whether that's you or someone else. And reckless doesn't have to mean, and I don't mean reckless in the sense that someone like borrowed a car and crashed it. I mean reckless as in, you know, it's like we gather as a group of friends. Oh, we all love each other. We're all besties. But then it turns out that that's not true. So it's more a reckless in the heart space, if that makes sense. All right, let's draw another card. A lot of wand energy here. So we started with the Knight of Wands. We're ending with the Queen of Wands upside down. So again, I feel like there's two different readings here. One is if this energy is you, and one is if this is someone else. So I feel like if it was someone else, they possibly created this discord, and now they're kind of in a place where they're, I don't know if I'd say remorseful, but kind of they're now questioning their self. Like maybe if they're used to being the life of the party and everyone loves them, and then suddenly something went wrong and people don't like them, they now kind of lost their confidence in self. And this could be you. If you thought, you know, I can walk into any room, everyone loves me, I can make friends with anyone. Oh, that didn't go well. Oh, can I walk into any room? Can I be friends with anyone? So again, apply it where it applies, if this is you or someone else in your life. But yeah, whoever this person was, they're now in a place of sort of doubting themselves and questioning the way they move through the world. In all these readings tonight have been very specific, very strange and very specific. If you care to share, you're welcome to give me feedback or let me know how this applies in the description box below. But that was a strange, interesting reading. I'm going to pull one more card. Okay, so it seems whoever this person is, yourself or someone else, I guess they are doing a bit of soul searching. They're trying to investigate and figure out what happened and what went wrong, but the epiphany hasn't come in yet. That point of realization, or the truth that's going to decipher this fallout that happened, hasn't quite arrived yet. So it's on the way. Very strange. Interesting, though. And maybe entertaining. Even if it doesn't apply to you. Hit like, hit subscribe if you found this entertaining. All right, let's move on now to Libra. So I said in the beginning, I'm a Virgo Libra cusper, so this is also my reading. We'll see if it's as dramatic as the last reading. Oh, the Page of Pentacles tried to come out. One more shuffle. What did I say? Libra. Okay. Hey, Puska. Oh, the same cards keep coming out. Okay. So, Libra, you're feeling a bit woe is me at the moment. You're like, nothing goes my way. Everything goes wrong. You're just fixated on your weaknesses, or fixated on just all the hardship in life, and just feeling like, you know, life is over there and I'm out here and I can't get in, and I'm never going to get in. Okay, Libra, it's a difficult headspace to be in. We've all been there, but let's pull some more cards and see where this goes. The same cards keep coming out. So the Hierophant is very much about, well, it can be about a few different things, but the way I'm reading it here is about, it's a bit like the star. It's kind of like you have your connection to the divine, and then how you put it into practice in the day-to-day. It's, so maybe that's what you feel like you're on the outside of. That you feel, I think, like I said before, you're like, life is over there and I'm here on the outside. So it might feel more than just, I don't have friends, I don't have opportunities. It might be like, well, I'm here on this earth. I'm a spiritual being in this human body. I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, I'm here to do things, I'm here to make things, and it's just not happening. It's kind of giving me like hangman energy. So maybe it's just you feel like so the Hierophant is like, has been appointed by God to do this role on earth. So maybe it's like you're wanting to know your place and you're wanting to know your purpose, but you feel like maybe this isn't for you. You're like, well, maybe I'm here for no reason. Maybe there is no reason. So, like I said, it's a bit deeper than just feeling like, you know, oh, I want to make new friends, or I want to have more fun in my life and go on adventures. It's more about your purpose of like, why am I here on earth? Is there a point to me being here on earth? Oh, sorry. The way I worded that was very dramatic. Maybe you're in that place, but I don't think it's that dire. I think it's just you're questioning it and thinking about it. There's been a lot of soul searching going on tonight, I have to say. I called it, didn't I? I called it the Hangman. Rewind the video. I called it. So, again, I'll tell you the positive things about the Hangman. It's for a time. And the point is so he's upside down, right? They're upside down. It's about giving you a new perspective, or a chance to flip everything upside down and see things from another angle. You know, if you just go through your life day to day, then your blinkers are on and you miss a lot. Whereas if your world gets flipped upside down, you're forced to see things from a different perspective. And the other thing about the Hangman is he has a halo, which indicates that this time out has been divinely appointed. It's for a purpose. Feeling stuck, feeling like you can't move, may feel like it has no purpose, but it actually does. So I would say, I forget who I said this to before, embrace the time out. It seems like all the readings have a lot of upheaval going on at the moment. And for some people, it's big changes. For other people, it's stagnation or getting stuck, which is still a big upheaval. If things come to a grinding halt, that's an upheaval. If everything in your life changes and moves really quickly, that is an upheaval. Everyone's going through upheaval. So I guess I would say, know that this, where you're at now, is for a purpose. Maybe the purpose is to find your purpose. Sorry, that was a bit naff. But yeah. Knight of Cups, upside down. So the Knight of Cups is a hopeless romantic, heart on their sleeve, just rushes in, tells everyone they love them. You know, not that simple, but more they're there and ready to pour their heart into whatever's in front of them and the people around them, the situations around them. Hopeless romantic is brilliant. Upside down, you're probably a bit jaded. Maybe you've had your heart on your sleeve for a lot of in a lot of situations in life. Well, I'm going to put these two cards together and say, maybe this time out is for you to re-find that part of your heart that is sensitive and open and wanting to give. Sure, you've been burned. Sure, things haven't worked out. But I think closing your heart off and saying, I'll never give again, I think that's what's going to disconnect you from your purpose here on earth. I know that's a hard message. Like, once you've been burnt, it's hard to go back to a place where you feel open-hearted and innocent and ready to give. Not saying you have to. You don't have to do anything. It's your life. But just reading the cards, I think part of this time out is about healing your heart and reconnecting with that soft, that gentle part of yourself that is open to pouring out. What am I trying to say? Sorry, there's something on the edge of my brain. You know, and maybe the lesson is the next card Two of Cups? No. Oh, okay, well, actually, it is the Two of Cups. So the next card is the Devil, which is actually, I have to cover all the bits. There's so many bits. So on the Devil is actually the Lovers. So it shows that love can go to toxicity like that. You know, passion can be great and it can be devastating. And I feel like that's what you've experienced. Pouring your heart out can be great and it can be devastating. So reminding yourself that there's the potential for both, but you're now hopefully probably a lot wiser. You've had experiences where there's been red flags and maybe you missed them. So now you can go ahead with wisdom and discernment and know where you can pour your cup out safely. And also, if it doesn't go the way you were hoping or wanted to, that's okay. You'll have a better capacity to be able to brush it off, pick yourself up and try again somewhere else. Just know that the opportunities are there. It's about healing that heart space. You've got it, Libra. That was a good message. I liked it. Good for me as well, actually. Better than the Virgo reading. Oh, the drama. That was hectic. I definitely know how it applies to my life. Just saying. Enough of me rambling. Let's move on to Scorpio now. I'm going to really shuffle these cards a lot. It's been bizarre, the repeat cards that keep coming out. And I'm definitely shuffling between each reading. So I'm just going to be really fastidious here and do it a bunch of times. Okay. That should be enough. Oh, I used to know there's some mathematical formula that if you shuffle a deck of cards X amount of times, that's any more than that, it's not going to be any more random. I forget what it is. If you know, leave it in the comments below. Sorry, I've been doing that call out a lot tonight. Anyway, Scorpio. I'm losing my voice. Oh no. I'm losing my voice. Go straight to vape. Actually, give me a second. Ah, that's better. Okay. Okay. I'll put the timestamp here. I think it'd be too cruel to put it back before that. All right, Scorpio, my loves, here we go. Okay, it's upside down. It's upside down. So, if you've been in just power battles, just people trying to be king of the hill, just everyone trying to dominate one another. I can read this a number of ways. I'm going to read it this way. You're walking away from that. You're like, I don't got time for this. No more power battles. If you want to win, fine, you win. I'm walking away. I'm not going to engage in this. Good for you, Scorpio. Don't have time for that. And do you know why you're walking away from it? Because you're busy. You're too busy. You've got too much to do. Places to be, people to see, hands to kiss, babies to shake. You're too busy. You are doing an audit of your time and your energy, and you're like, nope, it's not going there. If people want to pick a fight with me, if people want to start a power battle with me, I'm just walking away. I've got better things to do. Good on you, Scorpio. Of course. So, you're here juggling all these pentacles. Slight word of warning, it came in upside down, which means you might be doing too much and maybe approaching burnout. So just word of warning. But it's for a purpose. It's because you want to live your best life. Like, look at her. She's got all 9 pentacles and a peacock. No, a parrot. I want a parrot. Well, I've got this. No, I want a parrot. Like... So the reason that you're walking away from all these battles is because you just want to live your best life. You just want to live. Life is short. It's 24 hours in a day and you've only got so many years on the planet. So make the best of it. Just enjoy life. Live large. Good on you. This might be a short reading, Scorpio. I'm sorry, so I'll pull another card. Why does the Hierophant keep coming out? Okay. So, the Hierophant can be read a few different ways. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 options here. One option is that the Hierophant is sort of God's appointed one on earth. And I'm a Christian. There's a lot of loaded language in that. And the Hierophant used to give me the ick, and I used to hate it as a card. Think of it this way. We've all been put on earth for a reason or a purpose. Like, we came here for a reason. We're put here for a reason and a purpose. And we are connected to the divine, and our feet are on the earth, and we're this beautiful in-between point. Love it. So I guess part of you living your best life is stepping into this, is just being, which goes back to this warning of, I'm going to say something really corny. We're a human being, not a human doing. So if you can get into this 9 of Pentacles energy and just be, just embody the divineness as you walk the earth, love it. I mean, I wish not Empress, High Priestess came out, or the Empress, like either of them. It's giving me that energy. The other reading I could interpret this as, it could be that you're committing yourself to something. I hate reading this. So a lot of readers have very specific meanings for the cards. So this one can mean marriage. But I'm going to broaden it out from there. It could be that once you get to this wonderful place of being your full self, full energy, like living your best life, it might mean that you might be able to commit to something of the next level. It could be taking your career to the next level, like getting some amazing, impressive job. It could be getting into this amazing, wonderful next level relationship because you've left all this drama behind. Again, to use language I'm sick of hearing, since you've left all the low vibrational people behind, you can now step into this higher vibrational relationship. Okay, anyway, those are the two meanings that I can get from this card, and maybe it's both. Maybe once you step into this higher self, you will be this divine being walking the earth and you'll have this wonderful career and this wonderful relationship. That sounds great. I'm going to claim this for me. I'm a Scorpio moon. That one's for me as well, I think. Definitely. All right. We've done the little run for me. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. 3 of mine. So let's move on to Sagittarius. Speaking of which, it's a full moon in Sagittarius on Wednesday. What does that mean? I don't know. I know Sagittarius are often driven by their purpose in life. They often have this really... I mean, we say Virgos are perfectionists. I mean, in a sense, I feel Sagittarius are as well, in that they've got this really... like their vision of what life could be is like really of themselves and the people around them. They really see a lot, they really strive for a lot of potential in themselves, and they really work towards that. Also, they're great adventurers. They love an adventure. So good on them. So maybe if we tie that into a full moons are about the culmination of the moons. So maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe you'll come to this realization of what's your highest potential that you can strive towards and leap into with not reckless abandon, but like full dedication to reach your highest potential and set off on the great adventure that life is. I could be completely wrong. I'm not an astrologer. I'm just piecing together bits and pieces of what I know. But I don't know. Look into it. Or tell me I'm wrong. Put a description. Leave a comment below. All right, Saggies. Let's do this. Well, no. It seems Sagittarius isn't leaping into the next adventure of life. But this does go back to what I said before. They've got high standards and a high vision for themselves. So Sagittarius, there's something in your life at the moment that you're looking at kind of critically. It might be a new offer. It's cups, so it might be something to do with the emotional space. Some new, could be some new friend connection, some romantic connection, or just something that would be like something that could be emotionally fulfilling for you. So if it's a job that for you would have meaning and purpose, then it could be that sort of situation. But you're looking at this offer critically, and I'm getting the impression you're on the fence about it. You're like, not sure whether to say yes, sure whether to say no, but you're definitely being a bit you're standing back and just being like, oh, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. So let's investigate. Oh, we were talking about her earlier. The High Priestess. So, the High Priestess is this wonderful connection between the earth and the divine. She sort of sits. So I grew up a Christian, not anymore. And people often have this worldview that heaven's up there and we're down here and hell's down there. But, you know, there's other worldviews that the spiritual realm and the earth realm are actually like enmeshed and on top of each other. So we're all walking around through the physical realm and the spiritual realm at the same time. So she sits, you know, behind her there's this curtain of sunflowers. No, pomegranates. It looks like a fruit. I should look it up. Anyway, she sits there on the in-between of the two worlds. So that's very interesting. I'm going to need to pull another card to clarify this. So this thing that you're not sure about. Okay, well, I guess maybe you have some sort of inkling or hunch about what the universe is trying to tell you. Maybe the universe is just subtly poking you and you've got a gut feeling about something, but you're not quite sure if you're hearing it correctly or if you believe it or if you think it's true or helpful. So there's something going on in your intuition and you're like, I don't know. The Page of Wands, upside down. So the page, this kind of lends itself to this. The page does follow their heart, but they're not 100% sure about what they want. So they kind of go with the flow to an extent. So, you know, if everyone's going to that party, they go to that party. If everyone's wearing this brand, they'll wear that brand. It's like they do follow their heart, but they kind of are still trying to figure themselves out and exactly what is true to them. Does that make sense? Like they'll follow the flavor of the month, but they're not quite there yet at figuring out what they're actually passionate about and what they actually desire and want. So they're great at trying new experiences. They'll give anything a go. So it came in upside down. So perhaps for you, maybe you've had a bit of this energy where you've tried a few things on to see if it fits and you're like, no, that's not quite right. No, that's not quite right. No, that's not quite right. And because it's coming upside down, I mean, I can take this two ways. One could be that you're still trying to just put yourself out there and just get through that wall. You're like, I'll try this, I'll try this, I'll try this, I'll try this, even though you might be tired, even though you might be sick of it, even though you're a bit disillusioned. You're like, oh, I'll just keep throwing more stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And maybe nothing's stuck yet. The other way I could take this is that you have just decided altogether to be like, no, just stop, just stop. Gotta stop trying new things. It's too much. I mean, and maybe that's what some of this discernment is. Maybe you are trying to find your life path and your passion and what you want to pursue. You haven't quite found what the path or direction is. Perhaps you do have a little bit of an inkling of what it is. Maybe if you step back and just take time out and try and listen to that inner voice in your gut, maybe you do have the starting of a rumbling of an inkling, but you're hesitant or unsure about whether you should do it or whether it's right or whether you've heard it clearly. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let's draw another one. Okay, well, that's good. So you've probably been stuck in this headspace for a little while, but you're determined to get out of it. You're like, you know, maybe you've overthought this to the nth degree, but it seems like I'm gonna draw one more card. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you've had a lot of disappointment in the past. So that's why you are hesitant about putting your heart and energy into something new, but you're still trying to figure out what that new thing is. And you're really just trying to trust your gut and hope that your gut leads you in the right direction. And you're determined to get out of this headspace. That one way or another, you're going to find the way forward. You're despite you trying so many things and nothing sticking, despite you being disappointed in the past, you're like, no, I'm gonna figure it out. Whatever my path is, whatever my passion is, whatever I'm meant to do here on earth, and pour my cup into, I'm gonna figure it out. Good on you, Sag. Good on you. I feel like I need to look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you're very much reflecting on the past, at where you've invested, and you are looking for victory. You are looking for success. And there's been a lot of endings. Oh, okay, I could tell a whole story here, but it's kind of just looping around now and reinforcing itself. There has been a lot of endings, but you are looking for that success. You are looking for that moment where you step into feeling like you've arrived home, feeling like you've landed where you're meant to be. All right, Sag, keep it up. It seems like you've got the right attitude about it. So you'll get there. All right, moving on to Capricornicus. My rising sign. I never know how to take my rising sign. Sun and moon, I understand. I mean, I do get it. I do get it that it's kind of like the way you move through the world and the way you present yourself to the world. I think in a lot of ways, my inner world is Virgo Libra. And then when I go to work and the way I move through work, that's me being Capricorn. And then, I don't know, possibly me in drag is Scorpio. I don't know. What do you think? I feel that kind of works, right? Yeah, that kind of works. What does that say about my drag? I mean, just a side comment. I think I did a lot of my shadow work through drag. But that's another story for another time. Okay, where are we? Gosh, I'm going on so many tangents. All right, Capricorn. You. All right, Capricorn. The moon tried to flip out. Tonight there's been a lot of upheaval. Lots of people with their life changing a lot, with fallout, with stagnation, it's been a very interesting reading. Okay, my loves, Capricorn, here we go. The Hangman again. What did I just say? Stagnation. Okay, wait, I just need a moment. Okay, Capricorn. So you might feel pretty stuck at the moment. So I'm going to say what I said before. Don't feel disheartened. You can see the Hangman has a halo, so this might hurt to hear, but this stagnation is divinely appointed. It's meant to be. It's meant to be so that you can shift your perspective and gain a new perspective. There's a purpose and a reason for it, which it might not feel like, and you might want to punch me in the face from me saying that, which I understand. Those times when I've felt like life has come to a grinding halt and nothing's moving, and someone tells me, just be patient, there's purpose in it. Oh, okay, so you've had to defend your position on something, or maybe you just feel like you've had to justify yourself, give rationales, explain yourself, and that people have been trying to question you and get you on the back foot and tear you down, and that's exhausting. And so, I guess linking that to the Hangman, maybe that's, I don't know what area of your life this is played out in, if it's been friends, family, work, relationships, but I guess it's caused stagnation in whatever area of your life that is. So maybe all this fighting at work means you're like, oh, do I quit? Do I stay? Maybe you're just keeping to yourself and not talking to people. If it's your friends, you're like, oh, I just need some space. Can't hang out with them right now. It's too much. Or you're questioning, oh, are we even friends anymore? I don't know. So yeah, not a great place to be in. Oh, oh, Capricorn. Oh, so perhaps it's in your family life, and it doesn't have to be biological family. It can just be the people that are if you had your inner circle, the people that you call your inner circle. So it seems you've been having fallout with that group in your life. And it's just got you to a point where you're like, oh, who is my family? Who can I rely on? Who can I be in close connection with and live life with and have those 10 cups of fulfillment? Capricorn, I'm sorry, that sounds really hard. And good on you. You're wanting to put the swords down. This way up is win at all costs. Came in upside down. You're like, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter who wins, who loses. I don't want to fight. Good on you. That's great. Okay, I'll finish with that one. If you feel disheartened, if you feel discouraged, everything is in your hands. By putting the weapons down, you might feel like, well, I've got nothing. What can I work with? Or the other people or other person might still have their guard up. You're like, well, what can I do? I can't work with that. The encouragement here is you can. You've got this is interesting. We'll see if the meaning comes to me. So here I just said you've put your weapons down. But here, oh, I thought it was a sword. What is it? Is it a candle? I don't know. I was about to say, okay, let's change that. I was about to say the magician has that sword in hand, but it's not. So he's put the sword down. And then in place of the sword, he's got his wand. I'm going to call it a wand. Maybe it's a scepter. It looks like a wand to me. So the power is in your hands to create or shape or manifest things how you see or how you want. You're more than capable, not capable, that sounds condescending. Come on, words. It's in your hands to create what you want. I'll just leave it at that. All right, Capricorn, good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, that brings us round to Aquarius. You right, Cat? So earlier in the night, back when I was around Leo of course, my cat was going crazy. She seems to have settled down. I got up mid-reading and fed her. I don't know, she obviously got inspired because Leo was the reading I was doing. Oh, that's good. She's going to a box. What did I say? Aquarius. Okay, here we go, Aquarius. Just put down the burden already, all right? So, Aquarius, you're working really hard. You're carrying a lot. There's a lot on your back. And it's become too heavy a burden for you to keep carrying it. The encouragement, though, is, you can see in the background, so this person is actually, what they're carrying is the harvest, and they're taking it home. So when they get home, they can put it down, and the full harvest is there, ready for them to use. So, two things. Take heart that the end is near. It'll be worth it. But as soon as you can, just put down the damn burden. When you reach the destination, when things get to completion and are final, put it down. Don't keep carrying it. Once it's done, it's done. No need to carry it longer than you have to, okay? So, you've probably been carrying this burden for a while, whatever it is. And you've been waiting for things to resolve. So this might be, I mean, it's wands, and wands is often to do with like a passion or something you put your heart into. I mean, an example might be, maybe there's this massive project at work that you took on and you're like, I'll do it. And because maybe you're excited to do it, maybe you thought it would look good on your resume, maybe you thought you were the best person to do it. But maybe this project has just dragged on for way too long. It's blown, the timeline's blown out, the budget's blown out, and you're like, when will it end? Well, I would dare say it's up to you when it ends. You started this, you persevered through it, you know what the end looks like, so make it happen. The end is in sight, but it's all in your hands and it's up to you. I mean, I feel like there's something you took on because you wanted to. It might not be work, whatever it is. If you care to share, let me know in the comments below what it is. But the end is in sight, but it's up to you to get there and to finish it and not let it linger. So, I could take this a few ways. The first meaning is like, you'll be so happy when it's done. Everyone will be happy. Everyone will, like, this is the equivalent of when the project finishes at work, everyone goes out for drinks afterwards. Like, everyone will be so happy. You'll be happy. You can get back to living life. And maybe whatever this project is has a benefit and helps everyone, like in your workplace, your friend group, your family. Once the burden's down, you can reconnect with life and celebrate. It sounds great. The other reading I can see here is maybe whatever this is, it was a social burden you took on, and possibly, maybe for a few of you, but I think I'll go back to the first meaning. That feels like the stronger one. That, yeah, get to the end, lay it down, celebrate, reconnect with life. Done. Easy. Okay, so I can see the reason why you're holding on to this for so long. Okay, there's a lot of cards here about time. 3 of Wands is about time and waiting. 10 of Wands, it's about like the longest time. And 7 of Pentacles, more time. So whatever this is, it's been a long ass haul. It's been a long project that you started investing in a long time ago. And you're like, I have to see this through. I know I used the example of a work project. Maybe there's a bloody mortgage. Maybe you're this close to paying off a mortgage, or maybe you're this close to, I don't know, paying off some debt or waiting for some investment to come through. But whatever it is, I mean, maybe it is work. I mean, because we've got Wands, we've got Pentacles, so it's passion. It's Pentacles is, you know, the real world, money, tangible. So this project, this investment, I understand why you've been carrying it for so long, because it seems like it's something that had a start and a finish, and it doesn't reach culmination until you actually get to the finish, until you tick all the boxes for that project, until you pay off the entire mortgage. I'm getting stressed. The end is in sight. The power's in your hands to finish it and for it to be done, and then get just back to living life. And it looks like it will benefit those around you. If anything, just that all of you, or you, won't be so caught up with your energy and stress levels about whatever this is. All right, Aquarius. Lucky last, we're moving on to Pisces. Just give the cards a bit of a shuffle. So Pisces, tonight has been quite a journey. There's been a lot of really specific messages. Lots of, okay, I'll tell you now, the cards that have come out a million times. The Wands, so Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands keeps coming out. The Hierophant keeps coming out. The Hangman keeps coming out. A bunch of conflict cards. Five of Wands, Seven of Wands, Five of Swords. So there's a lot going on at the moment. A lot. I feel like just generally the energy is there's been a lot of upheaval. Things falling apart, things coming to a grinding halt, people facing big changes, people being stuck in indecision. Don't know what it is. It's just how it's gone tonight. So Pisces, that's the prelude. Let's see how your reading turns out. You ready? Did you watch the start of the video? Did you? Or did you skip ahead? So at the very start, I was shuffling the cards and I looked over and there was one card in the box that I'd missed. It was the Three of Swords upside down. So it seems this card of upheaval is top and tailing this whole reading. That is weird. Weird. Okay, so Three of Swords can have two meanings. One is this heartbreak that you've had. And again, heartbreak doesn't have to be romantic. It can be anything that you've put your time and energy and your actual emotional investment in. If it fell apart and you had to, pull your energy away from it, and that process of the pain and grief of that. Could be romantic, doesn't have to be, could be any area of your life. Upside down, it means that you're over that process, you're past it, you're like, yep, done, dusted, I've healed that, I've processed it, it's all good. Or it means you're stuck there and you can't get out. Or you don't want to get, sometimes when you're angry or upset or have a strong feeling, you can't just linger there because in a weird way, it feels good to be in that emotion. But, like all of those difficult emotions, it's good, for example, to cry, get it out, and then it's out of your body. So take this the way you will. Either you've gone through that process of processing it and letting it out, or you're still in that process and you're feeling a bit stuck and it's a bit difficult to let it go up and out. Pisces. Okay, there's been... What a night. So there's been some big ending in your life. Some big ending. Apply this where it applies. I'm not doing... These are smaller readings. I'm not doing the full spread and pulling out all the cards. I'll keep pulling more. We'll see where it is. But, these just go together. What did I say? Big ending. Need to process. Okay. All right. Well, often the Three of Swords is about romance. Doesn't have to be. The card that's come out is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about success and being recognized for the hard work you did, being recognized for your wonderful skills and ability and who you are, and it can be public recognition. It can be being on the stage, whatever it is. It can be employee of the month or, whatever it is. It's just that, people acknowledging your value and worth. It's coming upside down. So perhaps for you, that's where the heartbreak is. There was a situation where you invested and you worked hard and you put yourself out there and you put all of yourself into it and it didn't get recognized. And perhaps either you or the situation brought your involvement to an end. So maybe it was a job that you didn't get recognition for, so you had to quit, and you were deeply disappointed by that. Or maybe it was a relationship where you invested so much and they didn't recognize your value and worth, and the relationship ended. So again, apply it where it applies, but it's something where you had invested so much, and the amount you had invested, the value you had invested, your worth was not recognized, and then that situation had to come to an end. Pisces, I hope you're okay. That's really rough. Okay. Well, seems you're in a good headspace about this. I'm going to go back to my first reading, interpretation of this, that you've processed it, you've felt your feelings, you've let it out, and you're now open again for what comes next. So the Two of Wands is sitting on the, it's like standing at the front door, being like, will I leave the house? Will I stay inside? Will I venture out, or will I stay with what's familiar? The Three of Wands is like, all right, I'm ready. I'm going to venture out and go. And now you're just waiting for your ships to come in so that you can jump on board and sail off to the next adventure. Good on you. Good headspace. Processed it. It hurt. It was hard. But you now know your value and your worth, and you now know that whatever you venture to next, you're only going to be somewhere where who you are and what you bring is recognized. Love that for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, my loves. I suppose Pisces is now the only person watching the video. But yeah, what an interesting night. Really weird. I think I might do a supercut of the weird bits and put it on the socials just to highlight it. Otherwise, my loves, I used to do readings for all the signs. I'm now just doing general readings for all the signs because I started a new job and I don't have a lot of time. This was a June reading. I might try and do a mid-month check-in in a week or two. So stay tuned and there'll be more. All right, my loves, please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, follow me on the socials, book a private reading. Otherwise, I'll see you next time, loves. Bye.